Hello, we're going to do another face off today with two of my favourite razors. I've just given them a quick sort of refresh on one of my little paddle strops. It's just got the 0.25 micron paste on it. I think both of the razors have basically had the same, well, roughly the same amount of shades. I reckon I had 2 on each from the last touch-up hones and whatnot. Well, this one was a full bevel set, but you know. Got the Friodur 17.5 A Henckels, one of my favourite Sologen razors. That's a stainless steel because the Friodur, that's their stainless model. It's the wrong case. This didn't come with a case, this razor. But this is one of my keepers, forever keeper for sure. Anything that you see with, well, not anything, because some customs I'll probably end up selling, but it's got my own custom scales on this one. And this is just the 17, you know, so the halves on the A Henckels mostly denote a round toe, you know, a round edge. And this one's the carbon version. And I did like a bit of a HHT setting sort of test before I kind of did a little tiny bit of paddle stropping and that. And the 17.5 is just not quite getting it all the time on the heel, which I already knew anyway, because in my haste I just wanted to shave with it, and I knew it'd still shave alright anyway, because it was very, very, very near the HHT. And like I said before, that don't actually mean all that much. So excited to shave these. I haven't shaved with the carbon one for a while. I'll give it a rub down with some Rogue, but I've got it in my peening and stuff now, so I need to put that rag in another bag with a new rag to get it less. Got too much Rogue in it. Too much Rogue. Right, today I'm going to be shaving with British leather as well from Mr. Stirling Soap Co. And I'm going to be shaving with just my bog standard now, Chubby number 2 synthetic. Chubby bristle it says. Synthetic bristle. I always thought bristle meant pig hair bristle. Anyway, it's a good brush. So yeah, I'm going to shave with the old British leather today. I fancied a bit of gentlemanly pleasures, and British leather definitely does that. It's got a really manly smell to it and whatnot. It lathes up very well. As from what I understand other people say, nearly all the Stirling soaps are just brilliant. It's my first one, this is, so I can't really comment myself on the rest. Won't be my last though. Ah, it's a nice smell, yeah. Do you know, it feels like it's got better to my senses as well. Like, I remember the first shave of it, I was a bit underwhelmed in a way, but I think that was because I was assuming it was going to be this and that. Like, being a leather crafter as well, I think my brain just sort of assumed too much maybe. And but yeah, it's either that or the smells are just coming out a little bit more. Or was it actually because I was a bit dicky? I can't remember. I did do some shaves where definitely my nasal passages were a bit out of cock. See, it's like a bit of a stealth lathe with the old, well, this version, this scent and whatnot, because it don't look like it's doing nothing. But cheers. A bit of water maybe. Just did my normal prep, had a shower. Warmed my skin. Washed. Done a couple of people's gardens this morning, so it's always important to wash before you shave, whatever you do. Especially if you're a kind of like a working, physical worker man, you know, out and about, dust, grit, whatnot. Because if you don't have a decent wash beforehand, you can end up microchipping at the very least, damaging the very leading edge, well, the very edge, sorry, of your razor. Because basically you've got microscopic dirt and grit and whatnot all over your face. You won't be able to feel it with your hand or nothing, but the razor will find it, or at least it could. Kind of getting there now. don't know what day of growth I am, to be fair. I think it's probably at least 5. Weather's picked up all this week. It's been lovely. Right, what side should I show? But it don't matter, does it? Right, let's do the right side with the Friodur. Free shaving, it don't look like it's leaving any hairs behind or anything. Excuse me. A bit of a leaky tap I have. Tap, plug. There's definitely no real sort of drop off of noticeable. That's the third. Oh, it might have caught me here. Bit safer in it with a round tip. But yeah, I didn't really feel any drop off again or anything, so that's good. Just try and get the soap off right there. OCD does not allow soap to stay on it. Let's give the old carbon 17 a good go. Sounded different, pop in the air, I must say. Let's have a see if we can sort of. I can hear it. It just made a little ring noise. Just could touch me. There's a different noise, but it's not much. Lovely. Yeah, do you know, I can't really feel the difference. I really can't. Like, you know, I was in my head. I was trying to be like before we even did it as well. I was thinking, right, I've just got to try and be really judgmental, but I can't really feel the difference. And I would say as well that 17.5 has probably got a little way to go yet, because this one's been honed 3 times by me, and every single time it's got a little bit better. The heel was a bit of a problem area with this razor when I first got it. It just wasn't naturally hitting the stones that great, so I had to sort of do a bit of magic trickery on the honing. But yeah, I've got it nice now, and it does hit the stones nice, and it's probably my favourite razor. Just love it. It's just, to me, they're the perfect size 17s. Really are. I just wish I could find like a proper Nos one day, but the Friodur weren't far off Nos, I must say. Well, it probably was nearly, just without the box and everything. But I'm a square tip fan though. It's a little bit, tiny bit more soap, I think. Yeah, very impressed. Yeah, like I said, I really can't tell the difference. I might put that 17.5 back on the stones. Sort of maybe just take it back to the 5,000 and see if I can't get that heel a tiny bit better. I knew the heel wasn't as good as the rest of the razor when I left the stones, like, but I also knew it'd be alright, because you do get the feel kind of thing on your finger, on your thumb, whatever you do, just looking at it. So it's coming out. That's it, lovely jubbly. We're looking forward to this shave though. I must say, like, I wanted to shave with that Gillette red flare tip, but I've been really looking forward to, because it's the first time I've really been able to compare like two sort of shape. Let's have a little quick look at the old grinds. Struggle showing these, I think, on camera, but my 17.5 is a little bit bigger. A couple of mil probably. But the grind's very similar. Yeah, they're probably decades apart in terms of time as well. At least I believe they are. The old twin thing's different, and yeah, they just feel like a different era to me a little bit. I'm probably not gonna pick it out, it's hard to show both at the same time. I'll try and get some photos of them though. But they are very similar. Got quite a lot of air today in the sink. I'm gonna have to change the plug in. Let's do my head in. Do the old carbon, the other side. It's got a different sound to it. It's just like ever such slightly different pitch. Don't know whether the old camcorder's picking that up, but I don't know if you can see it, but I've I've muted the tip quite a bit on this razor because it was lethal. Don't know if I'm getting it or not. But if you're like me, you need to get in sort of this bit without nicking yourself and everything. You really have to mute the tip a bit. If I was going to try and really separate them, because obviously they're different steels, so you know, if you was a scientist and you had your apparatus, you could clearly tell there was a difference, because there is. But on my face, I really can't tell the difference, other possibly than the carbon is what I'd refer to as got a bit more spring to it. Like, that's literally the only thing. Oh, a bit too much water, silly. Actually, it's not actually, no, I sucked it up. There you go. It acts a little tiny bit like the cellar though, it does have the tendency to dry a little bit. But then if you weren't chopsing away a bit, I'd have done my shape by now, wouldn't I? Yeah, I'd say the carbon's just got this extra little tiny bit of springiness, which makes sense because carbon's known to be a bit springy. No, I can't tell the difference. They're all about, everything's about the same. I've probably got a little bit more to give on the old sideburn bits. See if we can't get that down a bit. Yeah. Yeah. Right, well that was a lovely shave. Really pleased to got the shave with two of the same kind of grinds other than the toe profile. I can't quite remember if that 17 was on my old J-net or my new J-net. Or new, I think I did touch it up on my new one because I weren't too happy with the heel. Suppose I could look at my other video, the last one, it'll probably tell me. Right, tidy everything up, make sure everything's nice and dry, very important. Somebody asked me on YouTube, like, do I oil my razors and stuff, and I don't basically. If I was going to put them into like long storage, I probably would get a bit of mineral oil on them or something. But frankly, I think the only place that razor to rust in my house is in this bathroom or downstairs in the kitchen maybe. Even though I live in the UK, which is classed as quite a humid climate. My house, because it's an old house, wooden floors with like the air gets sucked in underneath the floors and everything. It's quite an aerated house, if you know what I mean. Like these modern houses are just like cesspits of stale air. I should know, I've built loads of them. Which could become a problem, but I've never had any problem with rust other than my own causing, meaning I didn't clean the pivots out quite nice. Well, Friodur, it's a lovely razor, man. I must say, like, I do prefer the 17, but it's only because it's got my custom scales and the old square tip. I'd love to find one that was a bit more nos kind of thing, a little tiny bit more meat on the blade. It's probably only missing 1 or 2 mil. I can remember getting it. This is the one that I cracked the scales as soon as I got it. My wife come in, I was just fiddling with it. It was in its slip case, of all things to cool the bloody case with a razor. And she come in and I weren't startled or anything, but I just lost concentration and the razor just went onto the floor and cracked the scale off right at the pivot. Completely unfixable. Well, I say unfixable, and some people do fix them, and fair play to them, like. But I'm not somebody who really cares about original scales if I know I'm going to keep the razor forever. In fact, I'm probably the opposite. I like putting my own scales on them. Because then it's, I don't know, a bit more mine, if that's the word, or the phrase. Right. I love you and leave you. Hope you've had a good day. That was a good one. I'll see you later. Toodaloo.